And welcome to the Man United Agenda. I'm joined by TalkMU and Mr. B, and we're going to be discussing all things United, all things Burnley 1, Man United 3. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, man. Yes, we just got another 3 points. Mr. B's there nodding. He's happy, unhappy, and I'm sure TalkMU is happy. There's a great commentary you done with the game there. And just want to say before we start, happy birthday to Alex Ferguson. It was his 80th birthday today. What an innings. That's a great innings by him, especially after he's been ill recently with brain surgery and all that. You know, he looked healthy out there. And in tribute, I think we played a 4-4-2 in honour of him. So, happy birthday, Alex Ferguson, one of the greatest managers in Man United history. So, let's go. So, big up, guys. Well done with the commentary. Sorry, go ahead, Rise.
No, I was going to say, is it his birthday today or tomorrow?
They were saying today, I think.
Oh, either way, he's either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, you watched the game. I watched the game as well. I'm delighted. 3 points on the board. Just a quick summary from you, TalkMU, about the game. Happy about it with the win?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know what? We needed the points. You know, after the last performance, we were so kind of lackluster in that last outing. Today, I think there was a marked improvement in terms of energy, especially in the first half and the first half of the second half. I think it kind of drops off a little bit towards the end. But again, like I said, when we're doing a watch along like that, we're not, you know, it's hard to sort of absorb everything that's happening. You're just following the ball constantly, trying to keep everybody up to date with what's going on. So I always usually like to watch the game back and everything else. But again, we did afford, if you look at the stats, I'll just quickly tell you what the stats were, the overall stats for the game, which make interesting reading. It was 58% possession for us, 18 shots to their 9, 6 shots on target to their 2, 7 corners for 5, their 10 fouls to our 5. So the possession stats quite even, to be fair. And I think Burnley deserve a mention. You know, I thought they were quite brave. They put themselves out there, you know, trying at least. They didn't just sort of totally park the bus on us, you know what I mean? Which they could have well done, damage limitation and all that. But no, I'm pleased.
Mr. B, quick summary before we go into detail.
Yeah, pleased with the first half performance. Glad that certain players didn't get on the pitch or got any meaningful game time. I hope that serves as a kick up the arse to the players who weren't selected. Not so much the fullbacks, because I think they've done a job. They've done a decent job, but the way that fullbacks play at the moment, 2 games in 2 days or 2 games in 3 days, expecting them to perform at the level that we want them to perform at. I expected them to be changed. Cavani and Ronaldo up top, combined age of 70, showed the kids a lot. Mason Greenwood got tired. I just think maybe on the hour you could see a lot of tired legs, and maybe subs could have been made then, but a win's a win. Right now, that's what we needed. That race is going to be tight. We're not going to hit the performances that we want or expect every week, but today was an improvement of what we've been seeing. So I'll take that for now.
Big up. So it's 3-1. We're 3-0 up and cruising, and then one little mistake and they came in and scored. But we were never really under that much pressure, I don't think. If we would have got to 3-2, who knows? Could have changed the whole mood. But I heard you guys saying that in the commentary as well. But the first thing I want to talk on is the shape, because clearly we've changed the shape today. No more of this 4-2-2-2. He's gone for 4-4-2 with a guy, just an average 4-4-2 from the 90s. We all know what it's about. I think, from my point of view, I think it's a basic system that most players know. They've probably brought up on it growing up in school, so they're quite familiar with it. They know what their job is to do. I think with this 4-2-2-2, maybe it needs a bit more time for them to settle in and get that system done. So he's gone to match them like for like, I suppose, against Burnley today. So how did it look to you guys, and what do you think the advantages of this 4-4-2 system with the players we've got is? I'll start with you, Mr. B.
I like 4-4-2. It is a fullback. I said we're old school on this, so maybe 4-4-2. It's embedded with our brain. 2 wingers, 2 central midfielders that do everything. You're not a central, you're not a cam. These FIFA kids nowadays are a RAM, RAM, or LAM. You're a central midfielder. We don't have this. I still don't think we have the central midfielders to play it. The complete central midfielders. Are there players out there in the market? I'm sure Ralph will be able to find them if they are. The prices that we're being quoted for the players that he's looking at are no longer. I don't see them as David Moyes signings where he's gone out and he's just randomly would have found some person. I think there's a. You see with Ranić, he looks for key components in players. I'm really looking forward to the January. I know this is slightly off topic, but
it is, yeah.
January window coming. I'm looking to see what he could change or what we need.
All right.
Players.
On that note, Mr. B, so I'm asking about the 4-4-2 system. Do you think you should be buying wingers in a flat 4-4-2, or should he
be central? I think he should be buying central midfielders. We've had an issue with central midfielders for a little while at Old Trafford. Let's be honest. So I think he needs to buy. If we could get 2, I think that's the position. Wide, Sancho did fine. In on the left and the right, he played both sides today. No issue with Sancho. Greenwood's my guy, but I'm just not sure that position is for him. I just think we need central midfielders, and a replacement for Mcguire. Sorry, OMONDI, but I'm not feeling your captain. I'm really not feeling your captain.
Harry Mcguire. Yeah. Do you feel the same about that talk, MU?
Well, I did ask the question, do we really see Harry Mcguire being at the heart of our defence in a title challenge? I'm not so sure.
What's changed? Come on, what is it? What's the issue you got with Harry Mcguire?
It's not changed. You see, he came to us ropey on Monday, and you gave him the big up. Eventually, he became the defender. He was still slow. He was still turning shit, but he became the defender that I saw you telling me that he was. Now I'm seeing Harry Mcguire as the defender who I thought he was when he came to us, and that's the problem that I've got. I'm not sure he has the. No, he probably does have the mental. I'm not going to lie. He does have the mental strength because he came back through all of that adversity last year. Right now, Manchester United as a club cannot afford to carry anybody. And right now, I'm not sure he is getting the same pressure for his position that everybody else in the squad is getting. That's my issue.
So can you just explain, for everyone out there, what it is you're seeing his limitations? What is it you don't like about Mcguire?
Whether or not he came back too early, he wasn't fit when he came back. And Mcguire being fit is still not the fittest looking defender. Whether his heart is racing at 100 miles an hour, his style of play has got nothing to do with the way he looks on and off the ball. But I just see him. I don't see him taking responsibility for. You talk about De Gea not shouting. I don't see Mcguire. I can see you on Monday as a centre back telling everybody about their blowout, where they're supposed to be here, where they're supposed to be there. I don't see that guidance from my centre back. You look at Rio. Rio used to tell man what to do. Used to see him pointing, telling man what to do.
Organisation. You don't think he's organising the team.
Yeah, I don't see his organisation skills. That's a part that I want to see my captain be. You want to see with his chest out and telling people or leading by example. Then I don't even think he's leading by example because his performances aren't up to the level that you would expect. So if he's telling me what to do, I'm thinking, but you're playing worse than me. Shut your mouth. I'm not taking no notice of you.
Just for example, today, because I'm going to defend Mcguire, and I'm prepared to go all the way to the end with Mcguire. Today, for example, we had a partner in Bailey. Bailey made a mistake for the goal. Bailey didn't win his headers. Bailey was out of position a lot of the time. But we're here talking about Mcguire. I don't understand.
Yeah, Mcguire's captain. Mcguire plays every game. Regardless of if Mcguire played how Bailly played today, you would be saying for Mcguire, you understand? It's like he's allowed to make these errors because he's our captain. He's played how Bailly's played this season. You saw the first 4 games he came back for us. Has he improved that much over the games that he's been playing now this season? I don't think so.
Okay. Talk MU. Do you want to jump in on this Mcguire situation? There's a lot of comments here. We're going to go through the comments as well.
I was just going to say, refer to the comments. You know, a lot of the people in the comments are taking exactly what I'm going to say.
Should we go to the comments and deal with this about Mcguire? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to say with Mr. B, what Mr. B was saying. Yeah, I agree with Mr. B. And also, it's just sometimes, well, a lot of the times, Harry Mcguire, he seems to he's either behind or in front of the guy he's supposed to be, you know, getting alongside.
Like this.
No,
on Monday, I'm telling you on Monday. Sorry, I know you're going to be one of these. Don't give him you don't have to foul him. Smell his shirt, you know, get into that. As Talk was saying, the gap's always so fucking big.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's go through some of the comments about Mcguire, because I think a lot of the guys are agreeing with you two about this. They're not happy. Mark Edmund, how you doing? He says Mcguire plays football like he's in a nightmare where his feet sink into the carpet. Man has led.
Yeah, there you go.
Mehdi says Mcguire. He said Mcguire does have the right attitude, but he lacks confidence at the moment. Maybe because of all the issues that we had earlier. We were calamity every week, you know. Mcguire's interviews always make my blood boil. That's from Mata. Jackie says, saw the interview. Hopefully momentum from this game into the next. I think who gave interviews? Was it Mcguire and McTominay? Because McTominay got man of the match, didn't he? Here we go from Rebel, one of our very own. He says, we have a problem at centre back, to be honest. Varane and Eric, very injury prone, as you were saying, Mr. B, during the commentary. Mcguire has been less than convincing for his price tag and to be number 1 centre back at the club. Surprisingly, we need probably 2 or 3 in that position. Okay, that's interesting. As well as centre midfielders as well. We call him Clumsy Mcguire, says UK Strains. Manage, hi, James. He says he is a Premier League defender. He's just not a Premier League winning defender.
That's the question I was asking earlier on Monday. That's exactly the question I was posing.
Mehdi says, Mark Edmund said he's devoid of confidence, but in fairness, I disagree, Mr. B. He was pointing and dictating today. That's when you were saying about dictating the play and directing his teammates. James also says he turns slower than the Titanic. Oh, this is great. Mcguire was out of position for the shot. This from the shot with the goal, was it? Is that what we're saying? No one's going to talk about Bailey.
Well, the Bailey one was no.
I don't think so. He showed him down the right. He said,
but he's got ahead of him.
He was showing him away from the goal. And if you're going to jockey a guy like that with pace, like I'm saying to you, I said that came in at half time and said his worst nightmare for Mcguire. He doesn't like people running at him. So he was trying to show him away from the goal, knowing that Aaron Lennon's got pace. And unfortunately, he cut a shot on the inside. I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest.
What he's done is because, listen, as you know, Money, you're a defender, you play in defence. You've got the player there, and as you are travelling at that speed, you know that the angle is getting slimmer and slimmer. There is only one option left for Aaron Lennon, which is to put it right across David De Gea, not his near post, his far post. So what does Harry Mcguire do? He's gone ahead of Aaron Lennon, and then so he's offered up that option to Aaron Lennon. So that's Aaron Lennon's boom. There you go.
I totally disagree with you guys. I think this is really... Look what happened with Virgil van Dijk the other day. If anyone saw that goal against Leicester, he showed the guy the outside, showed him difficult side. The guy cutting the inside. No one was blaming Virgil van Dijk so much. They were blaming the defender in Trent for not tracking back and not coming back. And I'd blame Bailey. That's a simple move. You don't let people come down the middle of you like that. You pump it away. Don't try to control it there. And then he gave the ball away, and then he had Aaron Lennon run at him. For me, I think, what do you want? If Aaron Lennon's running at you, there's the goal. You try and push him away from the goal. That's what Mcguire was trying to do. He realised, right, I'm not going to let him come down the middle of me in on goal. I'm going to take him far away from goal. So you offered him outside. Unfortunately, he had a good shot. Which
but why?
Hold on.
Even Aaron Lennon at 34 is still going to rip the shit out of Mcguire.
Most centre backs. Out of most centre backs for pace.
Most centre backs don't play for Man United. We've got Mcguire. He wouldn't have run past that to buy. I just feel
this.
Yeah.
That comment. Sorry, Mr. B. That comment there about him from Mark Edmund. Where's it gone? He didn't. There it is. He's saying he didn't show him down the right. He got ahead of the play because he was allowing for his lack of pace.
Yeah, he was showing him. He was offering him to go down the right, away from goal. You got to jockey a guy away from the goal, not come into the goal.
Yeah, but
you're showing away from the goal.
That's what he's doing. But at the same time, he has to be aware at the narrowing angle, and he's like, right. Well, I know the keeper is going to be covering that side of the post. You don't give him the option to come right across back at you. Let David De Gea be the one to say, no, I've got this angle covered. You cover that other angle. Why are you giving him the option?
So,
if you just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of times. I think I've got no issues with that with Harry Maguire with that goal. This is why I can't understand why everyone's on his back, because he's won all his headers against the biggest guy in the league, Chris Wood. Bailey wasn't doing that. He took responsibility for that. And as for saying not being rough and tough enough, he was. He's got hands all over the player. He does that bit too much. He's got his hands over defenders, over attackers, But I think he dealt with most of the stuff coming in from his big Burnley team. Without him, we would have really struggled, because Burnley kept whipping in crosses all the time, even from the halfway line, whipping in crosses, and trying to get the second ball off Wood. So I think Mcguire played really well today. I'm really happy with his performance. And if you're going to be if you're going to blame him for the goal, let's talk about it. That's why we need to have a tactical debate about this and really discuss it. Because for me, he's done the right thing. He's showing him away from goal, and then it's down to the keeper to cover the area where, if it does trickle, because it wasn't a hard shot, he got to cover that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's a good discussion, though. It's a very good discussion about it.
Also, big shout out to UK Strains, by the way. Big shout out to UK Strains.
Another one. What?
Appreciated, man. Thanks for showing the love.
Anyway, can we move on from Mcguire? Can we talk about Bailey then? Because Bailey got injured again, and I heard Rebel saying about we need centre backs, and probably he's right now, because Varane and Bailey do get injured a lot. So do you think Bailey played well for one? And do you think this injury-prone issue that he's had for a long time now, is he worth keeping at the club?
I think he did. I think he played well. There was that one mistake he made, obviously, it come off his heel and he didn't go in to just clear it.
Which
you know what I mean?
Go.
So that was all right. Go on, Mr. B.
No, talk. I want you to finish. I've got this point in my head. I'm not going to forget it for a moment.
Log it.
And I think overall, the injury problems are a concern. But you know what? How old is Eric Bailly now? How old is he? 28?
I'm not sure.
I think
it
must be
definitely over 25.
But do we let him go? And listen, the only way we can let him go, I think, is if we do get reinforcements. We need some, real quality. Look, as it stands, in my opinion, I might be wrong. We need a striker, 2 midfielders. We need a striker, 2 midfielders, and another centre back. In my opinion, we need 4 players.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not getting them.
So Bailey's not the one going forward. What about? So we looked at Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw came back in today.
Sorry, before I forget,
go ahead.
Monday. This is the part that I had. So you're blaming Bailly for the goal this week for 100%. His poor touch. Okay.
Yeah.
So when Van der Beek did it, you said that you didn't blame Van der Beek, and it was the exact same situation.
About against Young Boys.
Yeah.
No, he had a good touch against Young Boys. He had a good touch and passed it to Wan-Bissaka, who was just resting, and then that's how they scored the goal. So I blame Wan-Bissaka for that. It wasn't a poor touch. He passed it to feet, 5-yard pass. He controlled the ball and got it out his feet and passed it to Wan-Bissaka. Let's go and look back at the young boys goal, pass to Wan-Bissaka, who wasn't already, who was just coming back a bit tired and wasn't ready.
Mr.
And that's
B.
how
I used,
You know,
Mr. B.
Monday, I'm not going to disagree with you.
Thank you.
What I will do, I will.
Let's go review it. Let's go review it.
I will watch a video of the game before I make any more comment, because you sounded very sure, and I'm not going to drop myself in the shit arguing about something that is wrong. So
can we do this thing? Can we review the young boys game at the edge of our box? What's it? Donny van der Beek got the ball. He had it under control because he's able to pass it at 5 yards to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka wasn't on it. He wasn't thinking he's going to get the ball because, like as you saw today, he's scared of the ball. He's like hot potato with him, and that's how we gave the ball away. Not to do Donny van der Beek's poor touch or anything like that. Poor touch was what happened with Bailey today, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going to look at that. We'll discuss it tomorrow on WhatsApp.
And just so going on. So 2 new fullbacks played today. They've been out for a long period of time now. Just 4 games without Wan-Bissaka. He came in today, and Luke Shaw came in today. Can we discuss, please?
Wan-Bissaka's not good enough. Seeing a bit. End of.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not good enough. He's miles.
Why? What's the talk? What do you see today?
It's just like an headless chicken, man. He's just like all over the shop. He plays himself into trouble twice. You know, he's got a ball coming towards him and he thinks, oh, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it bounce, even though there's a player coming to close me down. I'm going to let it bounce. Then I'm going to have a look over my shoulder while it's bouncing and think, oh, I look for an option, and then plays himself right into a hole. It's just crazy. You know, just stick to what the plan is. And, you know, you got your first time, head it out, put it out for a throw-in, or if you can get your foot on it first time, just hoof it back to where it's come from. You know what I mean? Don't start trying to turn into Maradona and you know, think you can bring the ball down and have loads of time on the ball to have a look for a pass when you're getting Burnley players right up your backside. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah. What about Luke Shaw then? Luke Shaw. What do you think about Luke Shaw?
Luke Shaw, I'm just trying to remember now. Luke Shaw was okay. I think Luke Shaw was okay. I don't think he was great. I think he was okay.
He had a shot in the first half that we thought he scored. I left my chair.
And but I think there was a few. He was putting himself up for overlaps and stuff and underlaps with. It was more underlaps really though than overlaps with Jadon Sancho. But there were a few opportunities where he could have, you know, worked it a little bit better in my opinion. So I think again a little bit of kind of improvement is needed there from Luke Shaw. But again, it's all adaptation. It's all adaptation, and it's to the new regime that they're all working under right now. So we do have to bear that in mind. But I'm going to stick to my guns with Aaron. You know,
just before I go on to Mr. B, got a bit of balance here, an intelligent balance in this discussion. Christmas time. Christmas time. Lennon's goal isn't Mcguire's. Okay, he did exactly what he should have done. Thank you very much for intelligence. I still,
regardless of by his touch was poor. I still, anyway, look, we can talk about Mcguire all night. No, it's gone. He's gone.
Anyway,
Mcguire's
we
gone.
moved on. Fullbacks, please, Mr. B. Fullbacks. Two new fullbacks today. When I say new, but they come back in. How do they get on?
Wan-Bissaka is everything that opposition fans feed off. I could defend him, you know, for his last ditch tackling, and to a certain extent, you know, Trent's better going forward, but your argument, he's a better defender. Right now, Wan-Bissaka looks completely lost at Old Trafford. He doesn't have he doesn't have the confidence to pass the ball forward. He doesn't have the confidence to overlap. He doesn't. I mean, don't get me. The second goal that we scored, I think, was his short pass inside. Granted, he did that, but I'm looking at Dalot now, and again, on Monday, man, you make me sick sometimes. I'm looking at Dalot now, and Dalot's what you've been saying that he was. You know, Dalot's coming in and playing as a second number 10 in the second half, which means that they already see his forward-thinking intelligence. Wan-Bissaka's in trouble at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, I'm glad that he decided that he was going to run forward today, because I didn't think he had it in him after the last game that we saw him in. I think he's still up for the fight in that position, and that's only good for Man United. But Wan-Bissaka's done.
Yeah, just to add to that, I think Wan-Bissaka was really poor today. I think it's an opportunity for him to come back in and show after 4 games that he's got something to offer Man United. And like you just finished off with, Mr. B, I think he's really struggling now. And I think it's mainly confidence for him. The main confidence issue, I think, for him, defending is still a bit scary sometimes, especially when they play it to the back post. How many times have we seen teams scoring us when they've hit out Wan-Bissaka and people targeted him and they've scored from the back post like that? They targeted him today. That must be a set piece that goes into preparation for playing Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka's playing. His heading is poor. His one with him and Bailey both missed the header. No communication there. But the main issue for me is when he's going forward, it's like I said earlier, it's a hot potato with the football. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want the football at all. And that's something that's really scary for me. I think a footballer of that sort of at that level, to spend 50 million on him, and he hasn't really stepped up. You expect him to develop, or maybe we can get his motivational speaker into his head to get some motivation out of him, and suddenly he can come out and be the next Cafu or something, But it's not looking likely at the moment, We're going to need all our prayers should be going to Wan-Bissaka now to turn him around to be a better player. And as for Luke Shaw, I think Luke Shaw was really good today, really good. The thing with Luke Shaw, he gets the ball, he's got a burst, he can drive with the ball into spaces, He looks up, he plays it slow, quick, that kind of thing. So a couple of times, pop, you're looking to play a triangle with Sancho or the Matic, I think it was, on his side. That's the way he plays. It's nice and easy. But with the 4-4-2 today, he was linking up with Sancho a lot. And then a couple of times when they rushed him, he could just cut inside and then drive into the spaces and get away from people as well. And a couple, like you said, the shot earlier and whipping in crosses and trying to do the overlap. He really showed Wan-Bissaka what Wan-Bissaka needs to be doing with his game and have that sort of confidence, So I like the fullback, especially Shaw, but Wan-Bissaka definitely needs. We do need to buy a right back. And just here, Lards, what his name is, the youth player,
Laird.
always look good. Yeah, he's someone who can go forward and has got that confidence. So we do have players as backup in the squad, or not in the squad, in at Manchester United. Hopefully these guys can start getting a look in next season.
Can't get him back. We can't get him back from Swansea though, can we?
I don't know, but at the end of the season, maybe we've got players there.
Let's just remind ourselves also that we do put ourselves in trouble a lot of the time by not being brave and taking risks. You go back and watch that game. When we will be doing some tactical analysis videos in the near future, so we can explain what we're talking about to people. But when you look at it and go back and watch it, you see there's opportunities where there are passes on, right, good forward passes on, where we give the team the opportunity to move up. Whereas we don't take those opportunities, the ball gets played sideways or backwards, and then it's a game of, well, who wants it? And players find themselves we can play ourselves into trouble a lot of the time. I don't think that helps when we're judging players. I don't think that helps either, because we don't need to do that. And under this current boss, we shouldn't be doing that. I should imagine that is one of the things that will be really irking Ranić right now, is asking that question. Why are you doing that? You don't need to do that.
I think so. Look, we've come back from a 1-1 draw, and there was a lot of everyone was disheartened about that result. I think, we've got to be a bit more happy about the performance today and the result.
Listen,
no, I'm saying in general, not you guys. I know, but it's the last game of the year, the annual year. This season's been up and down for us, hasn't it? We've got rid of Ollie. We've had some terrible performances. We've got licks by Liverpool, Man City. But we're still in there. I mean, I was looking at the league table a while ago. We're in 6th place now. We're in our next game. We're only a point behind 4th place Arsenal. Spurs have got games in hand on us as well. But it's going to be really tough now. 3 or 4 clubs actually in it, and we have to start winning. So getting that confidence today and hopefully developing that. That's why I asked about the system, because going forward, do we change system per game? Do we mix it up? It's hard to tell how we go forward like this now, because I don't think Ralph's really got his claws on what's.
I think it's a dangerous game to play though for me that I'm on day with him. But if he keeps
well, true, but just with expectations. So end of the year now, we got FA Cup against Villa coming up. How important is that? Considering we're not guaranteed top 4 at the moment. Then we've got top 4. We got to fight for that as well. With games coming, and we've got backlog of games where we've got we've missed a few games with COVID and everything else. And also, come February, we've got to start thinking about the Champions League as well. So what's your thoughts, like review of the year, end of season now? We've got here just about with a win. Top 4, FA Cup and Champions League. What are your thoughts on that, guys? What should we prioritise here? And what do you see us doing?
For me, first priority has to be our league form, because you obviously that any other form in cup competitions comes from your league form. You know, you want to take good form into cup games, because, like we say, in cup games, you need a bit of luck, you know, some good decisions, and you're halfway there, aren't you? That's a bit right. So I think that's important for us. That's the most important thing. Secondly to that, yeah, go as far as we can in the Champions League. And if it doesn't quite work for us this time round, so what? We're top 4, but then the FA Cup, I'd love for us to be able to get to a final and even win it, to bring a good trophy home. You know what I mean? I would look for us to bring a trophy home.
Okay, Mr. B, Champions League, FA Cup coming up, all these and top 4 fight. End of year review. How do you see us now? Are we in good position?
Champions League, we're going to need to improve in. The fact that we've got Atletico over PSG, I think, gives us something. I wouldn't want to play PSG. I don't care. With Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi on the same pitch, regardless of what happens, they've got a chance. You look at Atletico; they're going through a little spell at the moment. Yeah, they probably are favourites slightly, but I'm confident in that game. The FA Cup against Villa, I'm sure we've got them in the league game. Have we got them in the league game the week after or the next game after?
Yeah, that's right.
2 games.
Yeah, that's right.
So the gap isn't going to be too much. I don't think Ralph is going to show him the full things in the FA Cup game. So I think the FA Cup game may well be a mixture of who he hopes can win the game, whereas the league game is the one he's going to go for. And I said it, top 3 is up for grabs in the league. So I'm hoping that we can push on from that. What about you, OMONDI?
Yeah, I think, look, we're in a good position because we can see everything in front of us. It's like playing centre-back. We can see the FA Cup. We can see it's still in sight, you know. We can see the Champions League and we can see the top 4 as well. And this is the priority, like you said. I do agree. Top 4 is definitely the priority for us. I would have expected us to be kicking on a bit more than this. I was really optimistic when the new manager came in. I'm still optimistic, but like obviously there's been a lot of bad feeling recently, like the last couple of weeks about the games, especially Newcastle game. And we haven't blown anyone away just yet. And even today, even though we scored, but we had 2 goals difference, it wasn't like blown away completely. We still got errors. We still spent like 10 minutes talking about certain guys who we don't think are up for it, you know. So I do think, thankfully, this is what I'm saying, we're in a good position because thank God we've had time to assess. And it's January and the window is open and we can spend. It's like, you know, we can go out shopping. You know, we're like women love shopping. I'm sure Ralph now loves shopping because we go out there and take our pick, you know. And I'm sure we've been window shopping all this time, saying, going for, you know, like when you're a kid, looking through the catalogue, say, oh my God, I want this looks appealing. And we've been doing it on the show. We've been looking for what's attractive players that suit us. And by now, I think we've gone over and over and over it again. And we know centre back, maybe we need a right back. We definitely need centre midfielders. You know, that's clear. And obviously, going forward, we do need to get a top striker coming in. So I'm happy because going shopping is always like a lovely thing to come home with some beautiful new players when they sign a new shirt and we see them line up at Old Trafford and then we get to see their debut. And because we need this right now. Look at the comments. Look at our feeling. We need that motivation. We need something to lift us and kick us on because we haven't been able to just do that with the players that we have at the moment. I do agree. I must admit, I take a lot of things back. I'm prepared to do that. Over the last few weeks, I have to accept that some of the players maybe are not on it. When I say not on it, it's a mental side of things. They've been so lazy at the club. Some people use the term lazy, something like Martial, too comfortable, Wan-Bissaka, too comfortable, that kind of thing. You need to have a rocket up your backside sometimes, and you need someone to fight, to come in and take your place, and you have to fight for it. You need to change your whole attitude. I think the players these days are too comfortable at a club, thinking, all right, we just get top 4. We need to win things. And I think that whole mentality needs to change at the club. And hopefully going forward with the transfer window and what's to come, hopefully we will see some changes in the next couple of weeks, and we'll be a lot more optimistic than I am, or I have been. But it's been a bit up and down for me over the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm really happy that it's January and a new year and a fresh start.
As long as we make good, as long as we make good purchasing options, that buy the right players. That is
all right. So all right, we've discussed transfers and all that, but just gonna spend the last couple of minutes now. I just want to say to everyone, if you're watching, we've got 7 people watching now. If you're watching, please press that like button. Stop what you're doing now. Just stop, everybody. Press the like button. Click, simple, and we move on. Players, asking you guys in the comments. I see Yank is in the house. How you doing, Yank? Haven't heard from you for ages. But let us know, who do we need to be getting right now? Because I know McTominay had a good game today. People might say he's man of the match. He scored a goal, made an assist, and he puts the work in. But we do need to pump up the centre midfield options, So who should we be getting? Just give me 2 players, guys, that you want for your New Year's sales wish list. And I'm going to start with you, Rise.
Alvarez and...
Alvarez from River Plate, a forward, yeah?
Yeah. Alvarez and Kamara.
Kamara, so that would cost about 20 mil. All right, because these guys go free in the summer, so they'd be a lot cheaper than normal. Just 2 then. Who is it? Alvarez and Kesse or Kamara? Alvarez and Kesse. Who are you going for, Mr. B? Or am I rushing you? Shall I go to the comments?
No, the striker. That's because I know that's who we've been linked with, but we do need a striker. I believe we're going to lose 2 players in that position in January. We need... See, I like Kesse. I like what I saw Kesse do when he played for AC Milan against us.
Yep.
But I don't know if he was hyped because he was playing against us and he played out of his skin that game, or if that's the level that he's been playing at. Kamara, I don't know about. I'll be honest. I hear about the Haidara one from RB Leipzig. He looks like he's got the attributes that I like. He looks like he's tenacious. He's a rat. He's short, but he looks like he doesn't take any nonsense. So I think we need a robust sort of central midfielder with a brain. So that 2 central midfielders and a striker. I don't know their names. I'm not going to sit here and say, but I think those are the positions that we maybe need moving forward. I know you got a big grin on your face on Monday. What are you looking at?
I'm agreeing with some of the comments, and I agree with you guys as well. I think Kesse would be a great signing right now to put him in, because Pogba's out still. And I think, like you were saying earlier, about Matic being that experience, control, you can't rush him. Same with Kesse. Once he's on the ball, forget about it. Just wait for him to pass it off, guys, because you're not really going to get the ball off him. He's that sort of player. And also, I think we need a wing back, maybe a right back as well. I know it seems...
Bloody hell.
Maybe.
Too old. Are we really going to be...
But here's what guys are saying. I mean, if you look at it, we've got Wolves saying Wolves will be a tough game. But here we go with the signings. Kesse and Trippier from Crystal Time and Vaughan. So that's, I agree with you, Crystal Time and Vaughan. I think Trippier would be a good signing. And he wouldn't be going for much. Big wages.
Alec Jenkins as well in the chat. Not seen you before, bro.
Hi, Alex. How you doing? Here's one from Matthew Bassett. He said Zakari, the guy that we spoke about earlier today, and Brozovic from Inter Milan. They're both midfielders. Brozovic is a good player, very good player. Harada and Kundi. Kundi's a centre back from Seville. You know about Harada. He's at Red Bull. Let's see what people are saying. We need a CDM. Don't know who, but we need a good one. Backup Kesse Alvarez. This is from Connor. Kesse and Phillips. These guys.
Would you say
I'm not convinced with Phillips? I'm not convinced with him, to be fair.
We need to start playing free midfield, says Mede. I thought Cavani and Ronaldo could end up being like York and Calder when they're linking up. Telepathic today.
They played well.
Let's see. Actually, hold up. First, we need Kesse, and then Ginter's the centre back. Ginter has said he will not extend with Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've got game of the decade from Scott McTominay. He's not capable of delivering that week in, week out, though, so we do need midfielders. Declan Rice and Hadara, says Aled. Big up Aled. You from Wales?
They're not going They're never going to let
Declan
Declan
Rice.
Rice
Never
go.
afford Declan.
Yeah, that's a big money
If they
signing,
could
mate.
let him go. He's not.
We haven't
coming to us.
I
We're
haven't
not
heard much
spending that
rumours
money.
about Rice for a long time, have we?
No.
Shut down.
They're going to want
So
100 plus
just
million.
endorsing. Sorry, talk. Say it again.
They're going to want 100 plus million for a Declan Rice.
Oh yeah, that's true. Connor's endorsing Kessie again, saying he's a monster. It's true, wasn't his best performance today. Talking about Alvarez here from James. Said Alvarez is on his way since we're losing Cavani and Martial. But I think we lost him 18 months ago. Martial, yeah, he's been gone time ago. That's true. Mehdi's asking, we can still wait and try our luck with Haaland. There's been talk that he might be staying on at Dortmund. You want to jump in on that, Mr. B? Edge of your seat.
No. I was just my. You know, my eyes are bad in it. So I was.
And
just
finally,
looking at that. I was
Kessie
looking
has
at the
legs.
message, so.
Kessie's got tree trunk legs, says Mark Evans.
Yeah, we
Oh no,
need-
it's not.
I
Hold on.
want a beast.
And a right back we need, says Rebel. Trippier's off to Newcastle. Go get Lamptey. I don't know. Lamptey's got he hasn't played much, has he? And I don't know.
He is a
I
good
like
player, though.
Lamptey. I like
Yeah, he's a
Lamptey.
good player, though, Lamptey.
Fast, aggressive, gets forward, gets back.
Yeah, everyone agrees that Rice could be a bit pressed. Saying if not Lamptey, there are tons of options besides Trippier. So the right back's definitely an area we might need now. It's all been coming out. I mean, what's all the players that are not performing or been hiding a lot of time? Now they're getting called out, and now no one's safe. Central defender, but we need a monster and a CDM, says Mehdi. And here we go. Oh, here we go. So Martial gone, Lingard gone, Pogba gone, Donny van der Beek and Ahmed on loan. These are the players out. Things. Okay, yeah, there we go. So overall, I'm delighted. I mean, I think we're in a good position. When we reflect at the end, like how it could have been under Ole, if we did sack Ole, we could have been in a worse position right now because the confidence is shot, and we're just trying to restore that right now. I think overall. Right.
That's funny. Made of crisps.
I've never heard that saying before. Made of crisps.
Is that normal? Anyway. So, guys, yeah, we're going to talk about Alex Ferguson tomorrow. We're going to do a show in the morning. Any sort of transfer news. Obviously, it's the window coming up. It's New Year's Eve. Don't want you guys getting too mash up. Make sure you're around for the Man United agenda. We just want to wish everyone a happy New Year. It's been not the greatest year. We've lost in the Euro final. We turned up second in the league. We've sacked our manager, Ollie, who was a legend at the club. And now we're sort of in a revival stage. So we're just about breathing again. So don't know how you guys feel overall. Put your thoughts in the comments below after the show. Do you want to say big up to Rise and TalkMU for? Do you want to closing notes from you guys before we shut down?
Talk.
No,
you want to go?
Yeah, well,
I'll go.
It's a positive results tonight. I would say, so on the performance. So.
Okay. And quickly, man of the match for you guys. Who played well for you guys today?
I'd have to say McTominay, if I'm honest.
Mr. B?
See, I really want to kind of give it to Sancho. I thought he played very well today. But McTominay kind of got on the ends of things. But then he done things that would have, you know what? I'm going to give it to Scott now. But I know with a clear head, it will change tomorrow. It definitely won't be Mcguire, though.
You can't change your mind, Mr. B.
You just stole my thunder there. Mr. B. I'm joking.
I would never have guessed that.
Matic for me was man of the match. Quite clearly,
things. You know what? In all fairness, you know what?
And
he had,
might not score the goal, might not be the guy doing the assist with the shot, but he allows McTominay to play the way he played today. So that's why I think he's man of the match. So yeah, big up, guys. Big up everyone in the comments. Have a great day tomorrow. If you're off, enjoy your day. And just want to, if we don't see you before the New Year, Happy New Year from everyone here on the Man United agenda. And we're out. Thank you, guys. God bless.
Ciao.
Bye.